Co-workers Douglas Goodwin, aged 18, and Mark Seelman, aged 16, visited DJ's Bar, located in the 6400 block of Martin Street, on the evening of the 7th of June 1990. Having had some drinks, they departed from the New York bar, never to be heard from again. With little clues to piece together the events prior to, on, and beyond that night, the fate of the two young men remains a mystery. Douglas Goodwin was at the time living what was described as a transient lifestyle and was allegedly estranged from his family. After moving out of his parents' home, he went to live with his girlfriend and her mother in Utica, New York. Douglas had dropped out of his studies at high school and went on to enroll in a graphic arts course at the Madison-Oneida Board of Cooperative Educational Services. The Charlie Project noted that shortly before Douglas vanished, he had locked horns with his girlfriend and she told him to move out. He never made contact with her again, having last been seen by a witness at approximately 5 minutes past midnight on June the 7th. It is not known whether this dispute had anything to do with his disappearance. Goodwin's girlfriend gave birth to their son, Jacob, later that year. Because of his toxic relationship with his parents, James and Terry, his parents refused to file a missing persons report. In 1990, Mark Seelman was living at a property on Llewellyn Road in Remsen, Oneida County, New York, and according to various sources, he was also studying at the Madison-Oneida Board of Cooperative Educational Services. Growing up, he was raised by his aunt and her husband due to the fact that his mother felt she was not capable of caring for him. His aunt recalled last seeing him on Friday the 1st of June, and he said he was going shopping and he said he might not return until the next day. The weekend passed with no word, and his aunt went to the bus stop on Monday the 4th of June, hoping to find him getting off a bus. However, he never showed up, leaving her with a feeling of overwhelming uneasiness. What Mark was doing and where precisely he was between Friday the 1st of June and Thursday the 7th is, for the most part, unclear. Mark was last seen at approximately 12:07 a.m. on the morning of the 7th of June. Seelman had enjoyed the evening drinking, and it is possible that he was intoxicated when he departed from the bar with Douglas. The pair were last seen getting into a green car, which could have belonged to Douglas, although another possibility is that the pair may have hitched a ride, as rumours suggested there was a black man in their company. Mark left behind his possessions, including new shoes, cigarettes, money, and clothes. His parents also told police that it was alarming and uncharacteristic of their son to travel somewhere and not notify them of his plans. At first, Seelman's family believed him to just be staying with friends, therefore didn't alert authorities for a few days, until their concern grew when he still hadn't made contact. His family strongly believed that foul play was involved and it wasn't simply a runaway case. It was suggested by authorities that the pair may have planned on travelling to Utica, New York. However, this was never confirmed, and so far, no leads have come to light to support this theory. Douglas E. Goodwin was born on the 30th of January 1972 and was 18 years of age when he disappeared in the early hours of the 7th of June 1990. He was a Caucasian male, stood at 5 foot 10 inches, weighed 160 pounds, had brown hair and brown eyes. Unfortunately, this is all the information that is available about him. Mark William Seelman was born on the 29th of January 1974 and was 16 years old when he vanished. He was between 6 foot and 6 foot 6 inches tall, weighed between 166 to 200 pounds, was also Caucasian and had brown hair and brown eyes. His family and witnesses were able to provide some more information about the young man, including the fact he had a scar on his chin, a triangular-shaped scar on his right shin, dimples on both cheeks, and a scar on his left hand. He was a smoker and had a self-made tattoo, the letters TLC on his upper right arm. His left ear was pierced and his abdomen had slight discoloration. He was last seen wearing a black t-shirt with an eagle emblem print on the front, a denim vest or jacket, blue jeans, and red and black shoes. Because of very little clues and no leads, it seems that almost any scenario could have taken place that night in 1990. Perhaps the two were drunk and were picked up by a friend or a stranger, and somewhere along the route they got lost or involved in an accident and were just never found. Of course, there are more sinister theories regarding what could have occurred that summer night, including involvement with drugs. Perhaps the duo was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Maybe they were accidentally or intentionally killed. What happened in the days leading up to the 7th of June? Could they have met with foul play days earlier? Could the witnesses have deceived authorities in an effort to throw off police? The list of possibilities, ranging from simplistic to outright bizarre, is almost endless, yet the relatives and friends hold hope that their boys will return to them one day, alive. In 2001, Mark Seelman's identity and social security number was located in Missouri. However, it was later found out that the man involved was not Mark, and it was a case of stolen identity. In 2015, the National Centre for Missing and Exploited Children released an age progression picture of Mark, whose case they had taken an interest in since at the time of his disappearance he was a minor, in the hope that someone, somewhere, may recognise him. An age progression image was also produced for Douglas. Sadly, there have been no fresh leads on this case, and the fate of Douglas Goodwin and Mark Seelman remains unknown.